Long ago, in the vast Lozi kingdom, a terrible drought gripped the land. Rivers dried to dust, crops shriveled, and animals collapsed under the scorching sun. The people grew desperate, their cries for rain unanswered. Chief Mwanangombe, ruler of the Lozi, called the elders to his hut. They sat in silence, their faces dark with fear. The oldest among them finally spoke. Kalunga is angry. The name sent chills to the warriors gathered outside. Kalunga, the god of the afterlife, the ruler of the dead. The elder's voice trembled as he continued. He demands a warrior's soul. If we do not give him one, the drought will never end. The chosen warrior. A heavy silence followed. Then from the crowd, a warrior stepped forward. His name was Mutunda, the kingdom's bravest fighter. His body was marked with battle scars, and his heart knew no fear. I will go. His voice was steady. If my blood will save our people, then let Kalunga take it. The elders nodded grimly. That night, they painted Mutunda's skin with sacred ash and sang the old songs of farewell. The Nyanga spiritual healer whispered forbidden words, binding his spirit to the river. As the moon rose, the warriors led him to the river's edge. The water was black, too still. The villagers watched. As Mutunda stepped in, his body did not sink. The water swallowed him whole, dragging him into Kalunga's realm, the land of the dead. Mutunda awoke in darkness. Cold wind howled, carrying voices, whispers of the forgotten dead. He stood on the shore of an endless black river. Strange figures moved in the mist, their hollow eyes watching. Then came Kalunga. He rose from the river, a towering shadow with no face, his body shifting like smoke. The air turned ice cold. You dare enter my domain? His voice was a deep, inhuman growl. Mutunda clenched his spear but felt his strength leaving him. His skin turned pale, his breath shallow. Kalunga was pulling him into death. The drought is your curse, Mutunda gasped. The elders say you demand a soul. Kalunga laughed, and the sound shook the ground. The spirits wailed, Fools! I do not beg for souls, I take them. Your people have angered me. They have forgotten their ancestors, stolen from the land without thanks. The drought is their punishment. Mutunda dropped to his knees as the dead clawed at his flesh, pulling him into the river. His vision blurred. He saw his village, his people dying, the children crying, the old collapsing. He could not fail them. With his last strength, he plunged his spear into the ground. Forgive them, he roared. Let them make it right. Kalunga paused. The river stilled. The spirits froze. Then, the god's shadowy form receded. The whispers stopped. Kalunga's voice was softer now, but still terrible. Go, but if they forget again, I will not be merciful. A wave crashed over Mutunda, and he was thrown back into the world of the living. The price of forgetting. Mutunda gasped, awake, lying on the riverbank. The sky was dark with storm clouds. The rain came suddenly, a torrential downpour, filling the rivers and soaking the land. The people cried out in joy, but Mutunda did not smile. He had seen what lay beyond, and he knew one thing: Kalunga never forgives twice. Moral lesson: the dead are never truly gone. They watch and they remember. Nature must be honored, or it will turn against mankind. Kalunga does not ask for sacrifice, he demands respect.